Good morning, this is Mark Knapp with Alaska Outdoor Adventures. This morning we're ice fishing for pike just on the outskirts of Fairbanks, Alaska. It's early spring. We've got about 20 inches ice left, only a couple more weeks to ice fish. Today we're fishing with tip-ups, with herring, and jigging with pike jigs. I happen to be using a pike imitation this morning and some hand-tied jigs with bucktail and polar bear hair and some flash in them. And so behind me I have a tip-up setup right here. It's by Firehouse. It's the water is only about 8 feet deep, so we've got a herring hung down in the middle of the water column here. And behind me here, I have another hole drilled, and I'll be jigging out here. So we're going to get started, see how things go this morning. Up just went off. It's still running. I don't know if you can see the spool turning. He's still going. We'll give him some time to get that fish down in him. Still going. Still going. Give him a good little bit of time to swallow that bait. And we'll set the hook. Oh, I think he dropped it. Yeah, he dropped it. I'll reset it real quick. Still running. He's got it. He tripped it and just left it. Dropped it again. Oh, nope, there he is. He's on there. Ah, there we go. Got one. There's a nice pike. Bring him over to you so you can see him. There we go. It's a good one. 5-6 pounder probably. Right on the outskirts of Fairbanks. All the people are going to work on a Tuesday morning. I'm ice fishing. Well, it's still early in the morning. We've already had a couple hits on the tip up. This is my first one jigging for this morning. I want to give you an idea of what I'm using as a jig. These pike will eat their own, and what I want to show you is what we're using for a jig this morning is this pike imitation. See if I can get it out of him. It's a little rubber jig, and what I've done is I modified it. It's made for spin casting, not ice fishing. So what I did is I took, let me see if I can show you. I took the treble hook off the bottom and reconfigured it so it hangs from the underside of the fish. So in other words, I took the treble hook from this eye, moved it to this eye so I can jig it straight up and down. And this has been fishing this for a couple days here now. Been getting a lot of hits on it. You can see it's straightened one of the hooks. And then on the tip up, we're using just regular natural. On the tip up, we're using just regular herring. So we're gonna go see if we can get another one. Got a hit on the tip up. Got it. Let him run for a little bit. Take mine. Make sure he gets that hook down in his mouth. What they do is they hit that fish, that bait, and grab it. They'll be sideways in their mouth. If you set the hook too early, you'll miss them. So what you need to do is let them turn that fish around in his mouth and start it down his throat. If you hit them too early, you just pull the fish right out of their mouth. got off.
Let him run with it for a while?
Yeah, is he running?
Yeah.
So let him run, and then when he starts to slow down, you pay out enough in your hand, and then you get a good grip on it, and then set the hook. See, when he stops, he's supposedly going to turn that fish in his mouth and start to swallow it. If you hook him, let me know, and I'll come out with the camera, and I'll film you getting him out. You gotta lift the tip up. Okay. Hold him up so we can see him. Is that how you hold a fish? Come on, like this. Put your hand in his gill. There you go, because he can't hurt you in his gill. Put your other hand underneath it. There you go. Now get all your fat fingers out of the way so we can see him. Mark and Ed with Alaska Outdoor Adventures. We're pike fishing with tip-ups, jigging, and a spear house today. And things are doing pretty good. How many hits we've had so far, Ed?
This is a second hit.
That's the second hit on the tip-up, and I've had 2 fish in the spear house today. I got one of them. The other one was really little. I'm going to come in and have a look at him. Whoops. I kicked the tripod. So we're right on the outskirts of Fairbanks. We're fishing with tip-ups and herring. We're fishing with jigs. And we've got a spear house right over there. There it is. Had a fish come in, speared him. We'll go take a look at him in a second. Here's the one we speared. Let me turn him around so we can see him good. There we go. There we go. We're spear fishing today. Ed's setting that tip up back up.
Got one? It looks like...
Oh yeah, a rod. That didn't take long, did it, Ed? I'll let him run for a little bit. Let him turn that fish around in his mouth. He's running. You see he's slowing down, he stopped. So supposedly right now he's turning that fish around in his mouth and he's swallowing it. So now we're gonna set the hook. Yep, we got him. You don't feel super big. There he is. Aha! All right. Well, there's another nice fish. Not too long a time. Let me hold it up for you. Hold him in the gills like that. These pike are funny. They kind of get almost paralyzed. I don't want to put my fingers in his eye sockets, but put your fingers in their eye sockets, then they do get paralyzed. You know, temporarily. They don't. They're not paralyzed totally altogether. Let's see. He sure has this in there. There we go. Yeah, I'll show it in this one. There we go. About a 3-pound northern pike. All right, we'll put him with the other one. right on the outskirts. There's a pike just swam by right outside the hole. See if we can get him to come in here. There's a pike right down there. Got him. There he is. Right behind the head, like I'm supposed to do it. Nice shot. Oh, another pike right there, hitting it already. He's little. Right there. That was just a little pike. I think the pike see the cloudy water. They come to investigate and see what's making the water cloudy. Like that one. Look for small bait fish or other food. You hear that? Well, there's our pike for the day. Not a bad catch. The biggest ones are probably 6.5 pounds, down to probably about 2 pounds. Nice fish. A couple of them were speared. A couple of them were, one of them was caught on a tip up, and the rest were caught on an airplane jig. I'll show you the setup here. That's Ed over there fishing with a jig. We got a tip up there and a tip up over here. Ed out behind the tip up. And we have the spear house here, little portable with an angling house that I modified into a spear house. Go in through the door, and there's a spear hole there. Hang a decoy down it or use a jig to lure fish in. There's the spear bucket to sit on, and I'll show you. There's one of the decoys right there on the floor with a red and white decoy. That's been really good. We'll show you. Also show you the jig that we've been using. There's an airplane jig. Let me get it to quit spinning. There we go. There's the airplane jig right there. Has a real nice action. Fish like it. Put it down in the water here and show you how it looks. So what happens is you Jig that thing up and down, swims around. Fish can't get enough of it. The 3 bigger fish that we caught today were all caught on this airplane jig. Alright, gonna call it a day. Go home and clean some fish. So there's our fish. Probably the nicest pike today. There's another good one. Right here. Good pike. So for now, this is Mark with Alaska Outdoor Adventures. Other end of a really good adventure. We'll check with you next time.